Yo, what up, what up, what up? Do a little freestyle on something, you know what I mean? I'm saying free beats. So, I praise to the Most High, I'm your host, Emperor Joshua, man, you feel me? Yeah, here we go. I'm on wait. Trying to move a little different, what you mean? Hold on, wait. Woke up in the morning, got on my knees, begin to pray. Move a little different, on the side. What you mean? Got the Byzantine Empire. Swag, set the world today. Whoa, hold on, wait. Moving with God now each and every day. What you mean? Hold on, wait. A lot of people doing their thing. Some even like the smoking pray. Calling duty a Christian. It's a different move, a different grind. What in there? Now watch me salute you. For the phone moving, it's a little bit different. Everybody know it is. Y'all, Namaste. Our praises. What it is. Yeah. Now I'm at that Hebrew 8. Locking down, moving around, and if on the grind. Time to move now. With the Father, the Son drawing near every day. Whoa. Making moves, it's a lifestyle. Going back and forth. All the cursing and everything came into being. Everybody moving a little different. What you mean? For the phone grind out, the swag on. The words mean what they said, the bag on. Ain't tipping on my niggas, so throw it up now. You know what the word mean, throw it up a tub now. Hold on, I'ma pray for you real quick now. Move a little something on the rip now. Hold on, for the phone moving on the ground. Slipping on my niggas, throw it up on a daily basis. Tried to simmer like weak, move a little different than the grind. For the phone sipping on, moving in. Everybody grind, I move a little different now. Hold on, everybody was doing different. They try to throw a little dirt on them, make it seem like it was evil, bad, and all it was another organization coming in and trying to mix it up, make it look at this way, move around, new it, throw it up in blindfold. Hold on, make it look a certain way. Make it look dirty like niggas doing what they ain't supposed to. Moving around and roasted. Everybody hold on what my niggas trying to toast to. So I had to switch it up a little. Hey, move like this. Now we got our team. If you moving outside, you ain't with us. Moving a little different on grind. I praise it to the Most High God above. You know what I'm saying? Some people say that I order the popular. I'm just saying it's only one God and many names now. Whoa. For the phone grind a little bit. Got so many dialects moving around me. I'm like, whoa, hold on. Pray to listen and press. Now it's time to move with them. What you mean? Nothing less. Hold on, Byzantine swag, royal now. Everybody roll. We about to grab a bag. I got a bunch of bags to throw at you, man. Everybody know where it is. We grind different now. Whoa. I'll praise. I'll praise. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Now, I remember back in the gap when I first found out what it was and who was actually the one that moved around the world. I'm just saying, just a little bit though, just a little bit though. But anyways, let's be up on you. You know, got the season. You know what I'm saying started. I've qualified. You know what I'm saying qualifying time. Got a lot of things going on right now, so like I'm staying focused in the areas that I'm in. Um, Much prayer, much faith, little prayer, little, you know what I'm saying, little faith, no prayer, no faith. You gotta have faith in what you're doing, man. You gotta believe and to achieve, and you know what I'm saying. You gotta be able to work with, you know what I'm saying. People. A lot of times when you're working with people, they have like everybody kind of have their own little thing. You know what I'm saying. But when you coming in, it's like a lot of times like what you got to offer. Like I go into different places. I'm not a person that really just stand up a certain way and move a certain way. So the way I would normally move is like with my elders, I'm normally very respectful. Um, with my peers, I'm normally like respectful, but hey, I had to move different over the past few years. Um, Coming to a place where you getting ready for overabundance, God really take time with you to teach you like who really with you, who not, what to look for, what to not look for, different things of that nature. That's where he go. You know what I mean? Yet, in these areas when these things are prevalent, it's like it's like, hold on, man. Like, all praises. I get what's going on. I get the understanding. But at the same token, when you take the time, I would say, to do what God tell you to do the way He tell you to do it, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times, like, I'm just not that person where, like, I'm putting it out there now, but a lot of times, like, when you first, I'm like, I'm doing training or whatever. There's times where I haven't even said I'm a professional track and field athlete. I haven't even said it. You know what I'm saying? There's times where I haven't even approached in certain areas, and then there's times when I do training wise, and then as far as the Byzantine and ministry wise, like, a lot of people don't. Like, I took the time to learn a lot of things. So I really worked for where I'm at. I didn't just pop up. Like, nah, I really had to study to show thyself approved, rightly dividing the word of truth. And that's how I found out about the different types of organizations and what the look was. Like, there's a lot of things that's not actually a part of certain organizations. It's just, you know what I'm saying, there's a security measure that's in certain ones. There's a lot of things that goes on, you know. So as I said earlier, man, blessings be upon you. This is the Byzantine Empire, so we got the currency, you know what I'm saying? I just got the just make the money. So we got the currency, we got the development of it all, we got the wherewithal of it all, of help. Help comes in various areas, many different ways. So, and when you're blessed with a lot, you have a lot before you really acquire a lot, because it's a lot that you need to learn. Um, Anytime you go into different structural places, you always want to, like, it's more or less a situation like, how can I help you? What can I do to, you know what I'm saying, make things easier? What can I do to make things simpler or whatever like that? So, you know what I'm saying, one of the other places, like the last place that I went was church ministry that I went to. Well, today I went to, you know what I'm saying, one, but it was, you know what I'm saying, the Church of God, which what they like, the teaching and different things of Church of God is unsung home. They believe in, you know what I'm saying, 1 through 7. They don't just believe in 1 through 7. Pour it in a cup. Bring it here. They don't just believe in these things this way. So when I have leadership, then, like, leadership will come to me, and they'll, like, if they find out, say for instance, like, I'm letting somebody else take the lead or something, or lead me in a certain area, then they will get on me, and they'll be like, yo, you know what I'm saying, you can't do this. You know what I'm saying? You gotta lead. You can't allow, you know what I'm saying, you can't allow them to lead you. You have to lead. Because of, you know what I'm saying, the status quo of an area. I don't know if you don't like that. But that's what it is in these areas of understanding. So when you move a little different, in motion wise, you gotta watch the people. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's your wife, if it's your kids. Like, you gotta watch everybody. It's hard to, like, for me now, I'm gonna be honest, it's very hard for me to trust. It's really, really hard for me to trust because of what I've been through, what I've been exposed to. Trust is a very, very delicate area, because it's like everything means something. Like, a lot of times people don't want this. They want it because you got it. And it's like, and like, I've been faced with other areas where it's like, I come into an area, like, say for instance, the Byzantine Empire, that's coming through God, like, a ministry wise. So if somebody that, you know what I'm saying, like, well, I grew up around, like, gang activity and different things of that nature, but I respected it. I just never really, you know what I mean? So I understood, like, where I stood. They understood where I stood, whatever. So if somebody stepped out of line, it's like, I'm 10 toes. If you step out of line, then that's like, they gonna deal with you with that system, because it's like, being there, there's different areas. It's hard to really talk about it because it's like it's not okay to talk about these other areas. It's just not okay. So I can't really like go into it because it's like, you know what I'm saying, in their words, it's like snitching. So I can't really go deep into it. You know what I mean? But like things are handled from different perspectives. That's all I can say. Um Now when you're in leadership, there's an area like I'm passive. At least I was like really, really passive. And now I'm getting to an area where I'm a little bit like I'm working on this godlike aggression, well, like the godlike aggression. Like I'm learning the godlike aggression, if you understand what I'm saying, or passive aggression, like God's way of doing things. Meaning, like I know my position as head. Meaning, I know y'all need to listen. And the area that we going, I'm not gonna set y'all in a situation that's gonna cause us harm. But sometimes you're dealing with situations or areas of people that's like they in the system or the game. And it's like I'm not coming to get in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm not coming to do like I'm moving in a different area. Like I'm with the royalty. Like y'all ask for help out of this situation. If y'all want to do this that way, by all means, I don't have nothing to say about it. If that's what you guys want to do, meaning if y'all don't want to listen, if y'all don't want to conform, if y'all want to, know what I'm saying, keep slipping and dipping and, know what I'm saying, dripping, like, it's kind of like this. If you get delivered from AIDS or you get delivered from, like, sicknesses, right? Don't go back and have sex with somebody that you know what I'm saying, that that's what it's like. It's like going back to somebody and having sex with somebody that got something and God then delivered you from something. And it's like you got delivered from it, and then it's like going back to it. It's kind of like God just delivered you from it. They didn't even come in to get clean to anything, but you go back and then you come like nah, like in those areas it's like God didn't give you the blessing for you to go back out there and, you know what I'm saying, do what you want to do. So sometimes when you dealing with me, it's like, well, he think he this, and it's like I'm moving in a different area. Like I see what it is. I grew up around it. So it's like I know how to structurally like change it. I know how to like structurally and talk to different people, and I know how to like help within that area. I understand that. But some people don't like that. Some people like you ain't do this, you ain't do that. You right. And neither did you want to do that. And like the area what I'm talking about right now is like if you go to like a person that's really on the streets, meaning like what we talking about is the killer. Like the real killers, the real people that's really pushing and doing all this stuff. If you get a chance to ever like really like talk to one of them, 9 times out of 10, they like I'm gonna give you two of the areas that they gonna definitely be like the money ain't money like that. Okay. The second thing is it's like there's a certain some of these organizations is not what they seem to be out there, but that's just what it is. That's as much as I can really say on it. Now, just like any other people, place, organization, even with those areas, like and yes, I'm referring to gangs and different things of that nature. In some areas, there are a situation where they're trying to make things to be as more negative than it actually is. You know what I'm saying? Like they got their own little problems too, but sometimes you're dealing with situations where people like, well, you ain't do this, you ain't do that. You right, I didn't do that. But you know what I'm saying? I was right there with you when we went to school or when we did this, and I went to school and I'm bringing back, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, like to bring back to teach, to, you know what I'm saying? To move out of this situation that we used to know. You know what I mean? So when you're doing that, you're not like, when you're doing that, people, family, one, I'm not expecting to really go into a place where like if it's a brother or a homie or somebody, I'm not expecting them to like get into a place where they want to go into like fighting me behind it or get into an area where it's like they looking at it like some turf something, turf wars or something. I'm like, and when you come to me, I'm like, first thing I'm gonna say, how much am I getting? Like, how much are you even getting for this? That if you getting like is it legal? I was like, I'm not even trying to do that like that because it's like you can't claim. It's like if you can't claim it on your taxes, if you can't claim it as your business, then nigga, your like this is me. Like I'm a manual. I got a right to say what I'm saying. Your family at jeopardy, bro. Like part of your family at jeopardy if you in this type of situation. So when I come in, I'm like, nah, we're gonna do everything legitimate and we're gonna work it this way. So if you come against that and you like, nah, we're gonna do it like this because this the way it's supposed to go, I'm like, we not at war no more in that area. Like if you keep doing that, it's like because this is here, now that makes you a target. You can't do that no more. Now, like in that area, it's like, yes, that means the hood then change. That means I'm bringing royalty to the hood. I'm bring like they become the people, and quite frankly, like I'm getting tired of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting tired of like going into the situation and then I'm from down there around there too, and it's like from where I'm from, it's a little different where we at. You know what I mean? So like we definitely move different. So it's like respect. It's much respect. But when you in these areas and it's like, say for instance, like somebody's like, say for instance, like in God is man and woman. Like neither am I being, I'm not being mean, I'm not being facetious, but it's God, man, and woman. So when God give me the direction, it's like I'm really at a point now where it's like, yo, you gonna have to humble yourself. I gotta humble myself to God in the direction. And when things get real tight and I can see it's like, yo, it's like stuff getting tight. Like I don't have time to go back and forth with nobody right now. You know what I'm saying? Like it's time, like I got training to do here, I got training to do this. And it's like, personally, bro, I don't care if you believe in it or not. I don't care if you can back me up or not. I'm being honest. Because like I'm building something. So even if you're gonna talk bad about me or whatever, I'm like, whatever. That don't matter. Because I'm building something, I'm creating something. That's a whole different aspect. That what I'm saying to you is like, bro, I don't care what you're talking about. Like I hear what you're saying, but I know what I'm doing. What I'm doing got something to do with this area over here, which is all legal and a lot of money that's getting ready to come in. And it's like, I got to know who's who. I can't be giving money or helping somebody that's like, you ain't willing to do the work. I got to beg and plead with you to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to beg and plead with me to do the work. It's kind of like, nah, bro. Like, at this point, it's like, nah, that's not how we doing it. Like, we lost a lot of people doing it that way. That barely got buried. No health insurance. Having sex amongst themselves to make money, and then all they doing is sending around diseases because they can't get checked. They can't take, you know what I'm saying? They can't do this, they can't do that. So they just passing stuff because this is the system. But I'm like, okay, how y'all, like, we gotta clean it up. If that's what they want to do, you gotta do your best. When you come out of it, it's like that's the area where how you gonna contribute back. Okay, so now this is my stance as far as like the church go or the ministry go. You know what I'm saying? This is my stance on that. So I'm gonna tell y'all my stance on it. And when you take communion, there's no benediction. So you leave out of the church after that. Like there's no benediction when you do that. There's no benediction. Y'all leave out the church and y'all begin to go into you're supposed to go into the utmost of the world and start spreading the word and, you know what I'm saying, bringing people in and all this other stuff. Okay. So that's my stance on ministry. Once I've taken my, basically what you, like some people call Passover, Then I'm like, we going out into the ministry. Now we begin to work in the ministry, like amongst all the people. Now, when you go to church, that's the temple. So when I'm looking at the temple is what it was when back in Jesus' time. That's why I'm looking at. I'm gonna look at it back in Jesus' time. Meaning, I ain't got nothing negative to say about what nobody else doing, cause I'm not like that ain't me. But when I'm saying like as far as like me and my house and what we doing is that's the temple. And in the temple is well the priests and the scribes, you know what I'm saying? That's what they are. Now, the Byzantine Empire, which is where I'm at now and bringing in, is, or have brought in at this point, is God, Son, ruling basically the world, the nation. That's what this is. That's why it's the Minister of Defense. That's why it's royal monarchy, holy monarchy, because of the divineness of everything. And a lot of people is going to be blessed. Period. Bottom line. So like blessings come without repentance. So a lot of people is going to be blessed. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to miss many hands if it miss any. Um, and that's the area. So in that area is like it's having the right of passage to move in this area. Some people don't like, you know what I'm saying? Like they want my position. I'm like, I didn't get the position and I didn't try to give the position like many times. They couldn't handle it, the position. Or if it wasn't that they couldn't, is that the people or the elder, whoever, they always gave it back to me. So it wasn't something like it was never like that. That's why I'm taking the time to really kind of talk about it, because I'm like, I don't want nobody getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is. So even with that, that's a team. So even with the team, you know what I'm saying? So even when you look at like GDs, Bloods, Crips, those are organizations, homie. You know what I'm saying? Those are organizations. You know what I mean? And in those organizations, they move however they move. You know what I mean? So when I'm coming in, I'm like, all right, I'm dealing with the Byzantine Empire and a lot of situations with my family. So when I'm moving, I know when I see my family right there and they looking and they around me. And you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They tired of this mess, bro. They point blank period. Like, I'm gonna be honest and just gonna put it out. They tired of y'all mess. They tired of you know what I'm saying? We get this stuff going this way, then y'all go do this. Nah, they tired of it. And they getting ready to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, they tired of it. Not because of, you know what I'm saying, like a big this, big that. It's like, y'all being disrespectful, and it's like, they literally giving y'all passes, bro. Like, there are killers that ain't never been caught before, and y'all want to talk crazy to these people. Like, bro, there are killers that people ain't been found, and people ain't been found, and they ain't never been heard about. And y'all want to play with these people. I ain't playing with nobody. I'm staying in my lane. That's why I say in my lane when I'm moving, when I'm talking, it's like I don't just talk. When I'm like, nah, we're gonna have to go and shut it down, and you know what I'm saying, gonna you know what I'm saying, resurrect and remove this here, and okay, this is gonna be the solid plan. Anything outside of that, then you're gonna pull them out, check them, and then you know what I'm saying, put them into little learning centers or whatever, and then we need to, you know what I'm saying, reprogram, and then we know what's going on. So it makes it easier to understand who's moving in and out of my organizations or my organization. It makes it easier for my team to see. Nah, they doing some. They using. You know what I'm saying? They using equipment and they using weaponry a certain way against the people. That's not. You know what I'm saying? That's not right. Y'all need to take care of that ASAP, because I don't know how many other people they did XYZ too. Then it makes it a whole different area, because now you gotta check. Like you gotta check everything. Like, I kid you not, like, it's on a level where, yo, you gotta check everything. Like, I'm not playing, like, phones, Like everything got to be checked for the kingdom. That's much as I can say. Anyways, and it's like that's a war. Like out the back, that's kind of a area of war because it's like they don't care. They've been getting away with things so long without any type of repercussion. Like they kill a group of a family or a group of somebody and nothing happens to them. No, that's stopping today because of it's like nah, y'all not for to keep like no, not with us. Like yeah, go on, commit, move in. That's the area because it's like at the same time that's the job of the Byzantine Empire within the Minister of Defense. So now I'm in defense mode. I'm defensive. We'll be back.